Sometimes we make things for our loved ones that we don't even like. This is one of those dishes. I'm not lying when I tell you I hate this. Bonjour, y'all. I'm Miss Kate, and this is Go Cuisine. Here we make cooking fun, easy, and adventurous. Let's dive in. So today we are making Hachis Parmentier, which is kind of like shepherd's pie. And like shepherd's pie, I've never made this before. And also like shepherd pie, you have two layers. You have the potato layer and you have the meat layer. We're going to start by chopping our potatoes into small pieces and boiling them until they're soft and mashable, because you got a mashed potato layer, la purée. This will take about 20 minutes. I hope you washed those potatoes. While we're doing that, we'll start the meat layer. Put a little bit of olive oil into a large, wide pot, and then you're going to saute some onion until they're translucent. Then we'll add our minced garlic. I'm using 2 cloves. I just feel like most of our garlic doesn't have a very strong flavor, so I use 2 in lieu of 1. Saute that for just a little bit, don't let it burn, and then we'll add in our meat. I wish I could tell you which meat is best to use here, but I can't. This is my first time making this. I'm using a ground sirloin that I got from my local butcher, but you can use whatever cut of meat you like. I've seen recipes online where they mix the meat, but traditionally it is beef. But you decide. We're going to break it up and cook it down until it's almost completely cooked. Now, I chose a lean cut of meat for this because I didn't want to drain it later, but if you want a fattier meat, you've got to drain yours. And of course, we've got to season this, so you're going to use salt, pepper, and a little bit of thyme. You can use fresh thyme or dried thyme, whichever one you've got. While I'm seasoning this, let's talk about that carrot. So, of course, wash it, peel it, dice it up. The original recipe said that I was supposed to boil it and then dice it up after it's soft. That sounded silly. So I diced it up and I boiled it in the microwave. Shh, don't tell. But you want them soft before you put them in here, because otherwise you're going to have crunchy meat filling. And then this is a diced tomato. You want to use a small tomato, and I just chopped it up, and then we're going to dump that in here and cook it down. After the tomatoes have started to break down, then we're going to add in some dry wine. I'm using a red wine. You can use a white wine. That's what the original recipe had. But again, I'm using what I have. So we're using a dry red wine here. It's like a scant third of a cup. Give everything a good mix, and then we're going to let this cook down for a while, about 20 minutes. Oh, look, that's about the same time as those potatoes over there. Regarde, ça mijote. It's bubbling. Let it simmer. Let it simmer. We're trying to cook that wine down. So the wine's kind of cooked away, and you're left with something like this. This is the bottom layer of your Hachis Parmentier. Now, let's work on the potatoes. La purée. On y va. Now, I forgot to tell you about the topping. You're going to need some cheese. This is a Gruyere, and when you buy fancy cheese, check the rind. It should say what it is on the rind. They usually do. And I just have some that's shredded right here. And I also have saved a little bit of the cooking water from the potatoes. The recipe didn't tell me to do that. That's just something that I do all the time. Now I had a little oopsie here because I forgot I was going to use my potato ricer to mash these potatoes. You don't have to use a potato ricer. You can use a regular masher if you would like, but this just helps it get a little bit, it just keeps it a little fluffier. So I gotta fish out the potatoes so I can use the ricer. Oh gosh, I can't even talk. I'm sorry. So if you haven't used a ricer before, it just extrudes the potato thusly. It kind of reminds me of this toy I had when I was a kid with Play-Doh, and it was like the Fuzzy Pumper barbershop, and you had to crank the little chair and the guy's hair would grow. This is what that reminds me of, but it's a grown-up version. But it makes very fluffy mashed potatoes. It's a pain in the butt to clean. So this is not for everybody, but I mean, it does create a texture that you can't get from other things. If you look, it extrudes the potato in little strings or strands like that. And now that that's done, we can add the other ingredients. There's an egg yolk, which is different from your typical mashed potatoes. And then I'm going to add some creme fraiche. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to know how to make this. If you don't have any on hand, you can just use heavy cream in its place. And then to season this, we're going to do salt, pepper, and a bit of nutmeg. And then we need to get in here and fold this together. Just give it a good stir until you can't see any of the cream or the egg yolk. If you find it's a little dry, you can add a little more cream or some of that potato water that we put on the side. Now I also have some chopped parsley. I'm going to add most of it to this potato puree. I'm going to save a little bit to garnish the top when it comes out of the oven. Just add a little tiny bit at a time because we can add more, but we can't take it back out. And you don't want runny mashed potatoes. And then, of course, as always, taste both of your components, adjust the seasoning if you need to. This is it, guys. This is where the magic comes together. This is my 8x11 pan. Of course, I have to be difficult because this is a small batch. I'm not using the 9x13. You can. It will be thinner. You could use the 9x9. It'll be a little thicker. But basically, we're putting the meat on the bottom and the potatoes on the top. And smooth it out as much as you can. I mean, it's lumpy, it's meat. Don't let any of your meat go to waste. I've switched to a spatula scraper to get all of those bits up. Now, the reason I don't like this is a texture thing. There's nothing wrong with the flavors. It's just the texture. It's not my thing. Maybe I should have left the carrots crunchy. Maybe that would add something for me. As a cake decorator, I always think about the texture of something that I need to smooth out. And this is thick, so I'm putting dollops of it across the top before trying to smooth it out because I already know that bottom layer is going to move. So I do little dollops across the top. Now maybe you don't want your top layer perfectly smooth, but I do. So I got out my handy dandy offset spatula and I am pushing it all the way to the corners, a back and forth motion, so you don't tear your cake, move your meat portion at the bottom. And now all we have left to do is to add our cheese and dollops of butter on the top. Butter and potatoes. Cheese and potatoes. Sounds great. Let's do it. You know, maybe I'll make this without the meat layer and I might like it. But I guess then it's not Hachis Parmentier, is it? Now this is probably about 50 grams or half a cup of cheese. And then I just put dollops of butter around until I thought it looked good. So, I don't know, a couple of tablespoons, question mark? Not sure. See, like that. Now ideally this is warm, so you're just going to pop this into an oven until you get the cheese melted and kind of browned on the top. Like this. Ta-da! Now it's ready to serve. And just get you a spatula and cut out squares like this. Now don't think it's going to stick together, because it's not. Oops, I forgot something. the reserved parsley from earlier that I didn't put in. I forgot to sprinkle it on the top. Now it's ready to serve. And you can see the potato layer is quite thick. Now, I told you guys that I had never made this before. My husband said it was fancy. And he said it was good. And he ate most of it. I ate a little piece of it, but not very much. So, there you go. Hachis Parmentier. Let me know in the comments if you would try this. And let me know, do you make things for your loved ones that you don't like eating? What are they? I'm curious. I'll see you in the next video. You can check it out here and have a great day. And of course, bon appetit. Au revoir.